So what did Donald Trump do this time that Bulldog Special Counsel Jack Smith is sinking his teeth into? We have major breaking news from South Florida in the federal case against Trump for illegally obstructing government efforts to retrieve documents and government secrets, and it includes terms like co-conspirator, discreet, secret, and even a zipper emoji. I'll give you the full story in just a minute, but first let's review the recent developments in the case. To the one person who may be waking up from a deep freeze, this summary by ABC News explains that Trump pleaded not guilty last year to 40 criminal counts related to his handling of classified materials after leaving the White House, after prosecutors said he repeatedly refused to return hundreds of documents containing classified information and took steps to thwart the government's efforts to gain them back. His longtime aide, Walt Nada, and Mar-a-Lago property manager Carlos de Oliveira pleaded not guilty to related charges. Trump has denied all charges and denounced the probe as a political witch hunt.
A witch hunt.
Reads and smells like a witch hunt.
The entire thing has been a witch hunt.
At the center of today's legal storm is a clash of the titans. In this corner, we have federal prosecutor Jack Smith, and in that corner, we have celebrity politician Donald Trump. And both are heavily armed with legal maneuverings. But wait, there's more. There's a wild card presiding over the case, and that's Judge Aileen Cannon. And today's news is winding its way towards her bench. This recent report from CBS dives into how the Trump appointee continues to raise questions about her competency for such a complex case and her loyalties.
And what were some of the criticisms that this judge is receiving about how she's handling the case?
So Aileen Cannon has received a number of criticisms. One is the really glacial pace that this trial is taking. She is holding hearings on motions that wouldn't normally have hearings, including this one that we're at today. Most other judges would have simply taken the filings and made a determination on it, given us an order, but instead she wants to hear days of arguments on these issues. There was also a story that just came out in the New York Times where they revealed that when she was first assigned the case, she was encouraged by two federal judges not to take it. One, due to her lack of trial experience, which really does feel like it shows in the courtroom. She's honestly asking so many questions during the trial, but in a way that it almost feels like she doesn't totally understand what's going on all the time, or have a grasp on the arguments. And the other issue is that she had shown some favoritism toward Trump after the Mar-a-Lago raid, but even though she was encouraged not to take the case, she did anyways.
So what is today's news that involves team prosecution that appears destined for Judge Cannon? While Trump was out there nattering nabombs of nonsense on the campaign trail,
Remember, I got indicted more than Alphonse Capone.
it appears that Jack Smith was getting busy probing Trump's Mar-a-Lago trip that aides kept quiet weeks before the FBI search. Here's the top line from ABC News.
And we're learning exclusive new details about the investigation into former President Trump's handling of classified documents. Sources tell ABC News the special counsel's team is scrutinizing a previously unreported trip the former president took to Mar-a-Lago weeks before the FBI raid. At least one witness recalls being told that Trump was there, quote, checking on the boxes. This says Trump's attorneys are seeking to invalidate the special counsel's appointment.
And is this important? Let's continue with ABC.
Yeah, so this trip is extremely significant. And to put this a bit in context for you in the timeline here, this came just a few weeks after, in the summer of 2022, that Trump told his lawyer, who was searching the storage room, that those were the only place, that was the only place where they would potentially find classified documents. His lawyer should look there. They should turn them over to the FBI. This trip happened 3 weeks after that, but also 3 weeks before the FBI showed up to Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate to retrieve those documents that Trump failed to give back. So it really is another element of obstruction, a potential obstruction in this probe, something that we're told by sources the special counsel asked dozens and dozens of witnesses about. They really want to know exactly what happened on that trip, why his aides were telling people around Trump to keep it quiet, to keep it on the down low. We're learning from aircraft manifests that we have had a chance to review that this was changed last minute, that he wanted to go down there. And at least one witness is saying that he wanted to, quote, check on the boxes, make sure they were still there, if you will.
And what about that zipper emoji? The ABC website reports, and on July 8, when one Trump Organization employee reached out to Nada wanting to confirm rumors of a Trump visit so proper preparations could be made, Nada made it clear he wanted the trip to remain discreet, sources familiar with the communication said. The sources said that Nada sent a text message to the employee that included emojis with zippers over the mouth, which is often used to convey a secret. So there you have it. The plot thickens. And can't you just hear Trump saying it was a perfect visit, a tremendous visit like the world has never seen before? Believe me. This is Dan with Occupy Democrats, and I'm going to work on that Trump voice, and I'll see you next time.